WHBG TV 20, your Harrisburg Broadcast Network. And tonight we continue coverage of the 2003-2004 wrestling season. And I might add, you're in for a treat tonight. The WWF has nothing on what you're about to witness as we bring you exclusive coverage of elementary wrestling as the Central Dauphin Rams lock horns with the East Pennsboro Panthers in Enola, Pennsylvania. I am your host, Craig Corbin. Joining me tonight is Honorable Dauphin County Commissioner George Hartwick, who is also a PIAA wrestling official, as well as a 1989 fourth place finisher in the Pennsylvania State Championships himself. Welcome to the show.
We have two 44-pounders out here already, Craig. Exciting night. Elementary school, he's got them stacked. Look at this. These kids know what's going on.
At 44 pounds, Alex Clucker, first for East Pennsboro, is wrestling Levi Williams. And we do have a fall for little Alex Clucker for East Pennsboro, which takes a 6-0 lead to give East Pennsboro the lead in the match. This is going to be an exciting match here.
Exciting match. Two guys from Stilton who are excitable.
Oh, definitely.
We're going to make this an entertaining evening.
Now wrestling at 48 pounds for East Pennsboro will be Jordan Shaw. And for Central Dauphin at 48 pounds, that's what we're talking about.
I don't think I was 48 pounds when I was born, Craig.
TJ Osborne. And we also want to mention as well that this is the league championship for the wrestling championship between Central Dauphin and East Pennsboro.
I guess it's the championship match in elementary school wrestling, and you're witnessing it here tonight on WHBG. What a great plug for wrestling. What a great opportunity to see the effort that goes into the sport, and you see these kids start very young.
TJ Osborne got a quick double leg takedown. He's now reversing on his back. Shaw has him tight, but
he comes
Osborne does get out. He's working in the mixing position. He has a wrench. He steps over. No score right here. Shaw lifts him up to take him to the mat. Very good wrestling here. He has his head in the side, working at near side cradle. Osborne is working his way. They're working out of bounds. New start. It's exciting in the first period of the 48-pound match between TJ Osborne and Jordan Shaw. This is the epitome of wrestling right here.
Absolutely. These kids are going at each other. And, Craig, it sounds like you're as excited as they are and their parents out here, man.
You can't even imagine how I feel about getting the opportunity to showcase these young people on television. Shaw takes the top position. Shaw attempts to escape. He's on his feet. Actually, Osborne was on his feet. Shaw does have him.
He needs to attempt to bring him down to the mat.
He does so. Appears his hands were locked, but referee didn't call it. In fact, the referee for the PIAA is Joe Zielinski.
Joe is actually from our Harrisburg chapter. It's good to see him out here. As a fellow official, it's going to be good to see how he performs tonight in action.
That's the end of the first period. Both wrestlers are locked at 2. Shaw defers to Osborne, and Osborne chooses neutral.
We always say, Craig, the neutral position. You can win or lose it. If you can't do it from neutral, you don't have any skills.
Takedown machine. We want to mention that in elementary wrestling, however, Osborne hits a nice double. He takes his man to the back. He does score 2.
It appears that his shoulders are out. He's not counting back points.
Now, we sure you do know those rules now, don't we? PIAA wrestling official and county commissioner George Hartwick joining us on WHBG TV 20. Osborne works the mixer position, has his opponent on his back.
He gave him a concrete kick.
Concrete kick. Very good job for Osborne. Works that mixer, roll through. Had his man in trouble. He does score some back points.
He still has the arm trap. He's going to have to get out to the side. Be careful that he's not choking him off there.
He is in the lead 4-2. He does score his 2 back points. He is now in the lead 6-2 for TJ Osborne for East Pennsboro, Central Dauphin with 3.4 seconds in the second period.
What an impressive move
good
for
match.
A 48-pounder. Unbelievable. Elementary school kids are knowing these technical moves already, and he pushed to one side, faked, and rolled back to the other, and put the kid from East Pennsboro on his back.
Final seconds of the second period. Osborne takes a 6-2 lead into the third period. We do want to mention that elementary matches are 1-1-1, whereas in high school they wrestle 2 periods 2 minutes per period.
It's 3 periods, 2 minutes per period. That's
Correct. Osborne takes the top position. He works that mixer position again.
He must have went to Northampton wrestling camp.
Well, that's one of those good moves that Coach Kenny Courts likes to teach at Central Dauphin. He calls it I think it's the number 7. He numbers all of his moves.
Okay. Well, the number 7's working right now. He's got him on his back.
I think it's a 1 or a 7. I'm not exactly sure. I have to pay more attention, but Osborne does have Shaw in trouble.
He's got to move back and put his chest on chest, sink it in. It looks like he's got it pretty tight. If he moves back and puts his chest on his chest, I think he's got a good opportunity to put his back squarely on the mat.
25 seconds left in the first period. He has to squeeze.
There
he goes. 6 points for Central Dauphin. I'm telling you, you're in for a treat here tonight at East Pennsboro High School in Enola, Pennsylvania, as the Central Dauphin Rams score their first 6 with a fall at 48 pounds with TJ Osborne. Very good match.
So we've got the tie match starting after the first 2 matches, 6-6. Both impressive victories by both East Pennsboro and CD. I think it's setting up for a barn burner.
You will expect that. I was speaking with Coach Clucker, who was very excited about bringing this match on TV, and he said, we're going to beat them on the match. I said, well, let me let this happen and let me see it happen. So we're going at 52 pounds. See, I'm going at 152 as we're supposed to be 52 pounds, where Ryan Scheidler will take on Nick Vardell at 52 pounds.
Well, that's one of the great things about wrestling, Craig. We can do as much talking as we want, and there's no one out there to blame. It's the most humbling.
There's that mixer position again. Vardell is very tough with that.
There he is. He got him. He's got it tight.
He does have it tight. I want to mention that Nick does attend Craig Corbin's All-American Wrestling Camp each summer.
Here's a plug for the pin. Here's the plug for the pin.
Half Nelson. We have a referee. What we got?
It appears that the individual met the criteria. He counted to 5, gave him 3 back points, and it called it potentially dangerous, which awarded him another bonus point. So he was awarded 4 back points there, and they started the injury clock. We're here as officials to protect the wrestler's safety, obviously, but it's always a tough call when a kid's on his back. He's getting ready to get pinned, and he's in a position to hurt himself. It's always a judgment call, but you want to err on the side of safety for the child.
Definitely. Nick Vardell takes a 6-0 lead. He had a nice takedown, and he scores another mixer that Central Dauphin likes to use. And we're going to take a break. We want you to stay locked. Take a break. We're back at the 52-pound match where Nick Vardell takes the top position. He's in the lead 6-0 with 36 seconds left in the first period.
We're happy to see the young kid, Ryan Scheidler, is back on his feet and out there wrestling again.
He hit a nice switch attempt. However, Vardell remains in control. He's riding that one-on-one, pushing down on the head. He's trying to stack his opponent.
However, it looks like the cement mixer's back. I'm seeing
this
is a common theme.
That's like
a common theme.
That's like the Harrisburg Cradle. Central Dauphin will hit that mixer.
Or the Hartwick headlock.
That's another thing. He has Strider on his back again.
He's got to sink it in.
Probably going to end the period here. Winding down into the first period.
Impressive first period. Impressive first period by Nick Vardell.
Takes a 9-0 lead into the second period. That kid is very tough. I've been teaching him over the last few summers coming to the camp. He gives 100% at all times and always wins tournaments. He's very tough at 52 pounds. He takes the top position again.
Craig, how old is he?
I'm not, about 7 or 8.
It's amazing. These kids are. You see the muscles
He's
on him
stacking
already
it.
at 7 or 8.
He's running that mixer again. He's out front. There it goes. He has his man on his back again. He needs to step over as Coach Courts is yelling. He does step over as Coach does.
He's going to put the double grapevine in from the top. Double grapevine from the top.
Ooh, he looks very good there.
He's got him.
He needs to squeeze.
It's hard to escape.
30 seconds left in the period.
He should be grabbing his head and lifting up on the head. There he goes. And he wants to squarely get chest to chest. Chest to chest, lift up on his head. It's almost impossible to get out.
Scheidler is working hard, though. He's fighting as he is supposed to. He's fighting extremely hard to avoid giving up 6 points.
You can see Vardell needs to sink back on chest to chest, look at him face to face, and put him in a much better position to put him away.
We're winding down the second period. He does fight off his back. Very good job. for the East Pennsboro wrestler. Although Bartell is awarded another 3 points, takes a 12-0 lead.
That's a lot of points to be scored in 2 minutes.
Going in the third period.
And I suppose for elementary school, it's still 15 points for a technical fall, Craig?
Yes, it is, definitely. The only difference in these two types of wrestling is the periods. 1-1-1. Everything else is PIAA rules. Bardell tries to stand up. He needs to score if he wants to get his team some more bonus points.
You know, being on the bottom, it's all about determination and not being held down, Craig. You know that.
Bardell's up on his feet. However, Ryan Schuyler brings him back down. But, however, Nick does step over. He's trying to score his 2. He does score his 2.
He's earned 2.
He's working for a technical fall. It's now 14-0 with 32 seconds left in the period.
2 more points. Actually, 1 more point. In this case, you might want to let him up and take him down now. According to PIAA rules, if he calls the second injury time, he now gives the gentleman, the young man from Central Dauphin, choice. Okay. So he could choose bottom. If he gets out, he actually will earn a technical fall in this case.
Rules and regulations. We have an expert official here. You will be working your the PIAA this year as well.
Actually, second straight PIAA down at the Giant Center. What a beautiful facility to do for wrestling. I know it doesn't have the smell of the old barn that we're used to down there, but it certainly does lend to a great atmosphere for statewide wrestling.
But we will be in the old barn for the Pennsylvania Junior Wrestling Championships the weekend of March 19th and 20th down at the Hershey Park Arena.
And we'll be in the barn this weekend for the district finals.
That's
where we have both AAA and AA in the same arena in the evening, and I'll be doing the finals.
That's
as well,
correct.
So.
Okay, we're back in the match at 52 pounds. Bardell does take the top position. He probably will come out front or work that tilt to score another 2 to give his team a technical fall. Here it comes with the mixer.
He's coming.
I'm sure he would have came out front.
And actually, the bottom guy is clamming up. It appears he's stalling.
He does need to work up.
He's got to do something with his inside arms. If he's going to lay on the mat like that, he got to call him for stalling.
That's calling.
Good call, official.
Here it goes, but Bardell is working hard, though.
If he continues to do it, he can call him for stalling
still
again.
working.
You got to call him again. There you go.
He does call him. However, the referee does stop the match.
What does he call him for? And you got to give the referee credit here. These young kids may not know all of the rules, going out there and explaining what the expectations are. This is not as critical about winning and losing. It's about learning the sport, and they've got a big future here. So it's good to see they take the time out to explain to kids the rules.
But Nick will win a major decision with a 14-0 victory over Ryan Seidler from East Pennsboro.